pleasure, as always, to be joined by Derek Schooley. It's been a few years. I think the last time we saw each other was at the Joyce Arena in South Bend after you guys had knocked off Notre Dame, and you had a grin from ear to ear that you couldn't erase with a sandblaster.
Well, it obviously always a fun time when you beat a high-ranked team, and I think you were doing the Notre Dame broadcast at that time, and we're extremely excited. It was our first big win as a hockey program, and since then we've had wins over Boston College, and we've had Boston University, and had two wins over Miami of Ohio when they were number one last year. So it's an exciting time for our hockey program, and had a big win tonight against UConn, and going to watch some video and get back at it. Right now we're in second place in Atlantic hockey, which is we've got our best team that we've ever had, and we're really excited about our start so far. You've
got a Hobey Baker candidate, but talking about Atlantic hockey, I mean, you were in College Hockey America, a conference that now no longer exists, obviously, and there was some questions about what was going to happen to the program here, much like Alabama Huntsville's going through right now.
Yeah, we went through a little limbo status, and we were down to 4 teams, and it was a real easy road to the NCAA tournament. You had to win 2 games, but it wasn't great for health of college hockey. We were playing the same teams 6 times, and when you keep playing those same teams, it gets old. And really excited to be in Atlantic hockey right now. We have 27 league games. We got geographical rivals in Mercyhurst and Niagara and Canisius and RIT, and then military academies and Army and Air Force, and throw in name schools like UConn, and it's a really good hockey league. And we're excited about our start. We've got 2 really good senior defensemen. Denny Urban's second in the nation in scoring for defensemen, and Nathan Longpray's in the top 10 in the nation in scoring. So this is our year to have a good go at it. And we wanted to have another big upset, but lost last weekend to North Dakota. They're number 2 in the nation. We lost 2-1. So it's an exciting time for our hockey team.
Now, for those that don't know, you took this program from nothing when you came here. You talk about Air Force. You coached there under Frank Serratore for a little while. I think when were you there?
I was there till 2003, from 98 to 2003.
You were there just about the time that we left Colorado Springs, but we know what kind of programs the military academies run. Obviously, Penn State starting a program from scratch, much like you did here with the club team in place. Talk a little bit about what it's going to take for whoever is coming in as the new coach of the Nittany Lions hockey program.
Well, it's a challenge, and you have to have a lot of patience, and you have to do a lot of work. And when I first got to Robert Morris, I had a desk. I didn't even have a computer or a phone. So I imagine they might have a little bit more at Penn State's hockey offices to start, but you're going to have to go out on the road. You're going to have to get hockey players, and you're going to have some patience with them, and you have to set the culture of what you want to have as your hockey program. And you're going to have a whole bunch of new players. You're going to have a whole bunch of new guys that are going to be wide-eyed to the college game. You're not going to have anybody to show them the way, but it's going to be one of those things where you take them from a big ball of clay and mold them into what you want to do and how you want them to play. And that's the exciting thing to see right now after 7 years in our program, to see where it's come and see where we started. And you have to set the tone and set how you want the hockey program to go. And it's a challenge, but it's an exciting one. It's a fun one. It's a great ride, and I'm sure the fans and people of State College will really get behind the hockey program. And it's going to be fun to watch, that's for sure, especially with the Big Ten Conference potentially coming together, and however that's going to work out. That's going to be a neat ride, because there's going to be big-time schools coming in to play Penn State, that's for sure.
Talk about the potential for a Big Ten Conference as a coach of a smaller school. Does that concern you? I mean, there's all this talk out there about Big Ten Conference as the Death Star of college hockey. I don't agree with it. I've been involved with the CCHA and the WCHA as a reporter and a broadcaster. How do you see it as a coach? Well,
I think it's going to be great for college hockey. I think Penn State coming on board is just going to help college hockey and the visibility of college hockey in general, and the visibility of it growing, especially in the Pennsylvania area. And I think there's going to be name rivalries that Robert Morris hopes to have with Penn State. And to take it one step further on the national level, it's going to make hockey more visible. And anytime you can get a Big Ten school that wants to start hockey, and it just brings a lot more credibility and a lot more excitement to the hockey program.
Terry Pegula talked during the press conference back in September about hopefully in the next few years, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, whatever, finding the next Sidney Crosby somewhere here in Western Pennsylvania. You've beaten the bushes here in Western PA as part of your recruiting. Obviously, the growth of hockey, partly because of the Penguins staying here, Robert Morris, Mercyhurst, and now Penn State. So, I mean, it's going to mushroom all across Pennsylvania, but especially, I think, here in Western Pennsylvania.
Well, Western Pennsylvania hockey is just getting better and better, and there's players that are going to be drafted very high in the NHL draft this year. There's players playing in the World Junior Championship. There's a lot of good hockey players coming out of here, and we currently have 6 on our team from the Pittsburgh area. We have 8 total Pennsylvania kids, and you can get really good hockey players out of this area. And one of our goals at Robert Morris is to keep the best players at home in Pittsburgh. And we want to keep them from going to Ohio State. We want to keep them from going to Mercyhurst. We want the best kids to stay home. And it's going to be a lot more difficult for us to keep the best kids home when Penn State adds hockey too. So that's a big goal of ours, to keep good players at home. And we got a kid like Denny Urban, who's from Pittsburgh, able to play his college hockey. He played his youth hockey in this building for the Pittsburgh Hornets, went away and played juniors, and now he's playing his college hockey. And one of the goals that would be great for our hockey program is to have a kid grow up playing this rink, play his college hockey in this rink, and then play professional eventually for the Penguins. That would be awesome, but it's going to be hard to keep the best players away from Penn State too. But it's a challenge that will, I think, just make hockey better in general. And it may hurt us in recruiting a little bit, but it'll help us in the visibility of college hockey in the area for sure.
I'll put you on the spot. You started this program here. You interested in starting another program up in a year or so?
Well, I'm very happy where I'm at, and I'm focused on my hockey team right now and doing the best job we possibly can. And obviously, the Penn State job is going to be a very attractive job to whoever takes it and whoever applies for it. And I think it's going to be a good thing for college hockey. And I'll avoid your question, but I'm like I said, I'm very happy where I'm at. I like our hockey team and like our direction, but it's going to be a very attractive job for a lot of people.
And I knew that was exactly going to be what your answer was going to be.
Was that Coach talk? That was Coach talk.
Yeah. Speaking of offices, Joe's office isn't any bigger than what you started with, so but that will change. But listen, thank you very much for coming by. I know you got tape to look at, and congratulations on what you've got going here, and best of luck this season. I know we're going to see Robert Morris in the national tournament.
Well, I hope so. That's our goal, and we want to get 20 wins and make it to the NCAA tournament this year.
All right, Derek Schooley, head coach of the Division I Robert Morris Colonials, and hopefully it won't be too long before we're back seeing Penn State playing you guys for real.
Yep, that's for sure. Hopefully we can do it downtown at the console.
Absolutely. Derek, thanks a lot.